What's up, kids? Librarian Ethan here to teach you a new trick. Really don't know what it's called. Didn't come up with a name for it, but it's a nollie, ghost ride, 360, shove it. I like to call it a run starter. And if I land this, it's gonna be a good trick tip. Let's hope for the best. Yeah. This trick, I call it the run starter because your board is just rolling down the hill. Let's say you're at a slide jam. Your dad finally came home and you want to impress him with something cool that you watch, but your board is rolling down the street. So the board is cruising along and you're gonna hop onto it with your front foot right on top of the trucks, about right here, more or less on top of the bolts. You're gonna give it a little sick little shimmy twist with your hips. And while you do that, your back foot, which has kind of been dangling in the air, is gonna step off onto the heel side edge of the board. Gonna plant, and then you're gonna jump back on while the board does a 360. So you come in and you're rotating to the right. You step off with your left foot if you're goofy, or right foot if you're regular. And right when you do that, bang, you release the beast. And then as the board is doing a 360, you just kind of hop in the air, eagle stance, falcon ready, looking at the board. You see your prey and you bang, and then you cruise away, you know? Cross step, something, ollie, where you going? So the board is in motion, even though it's not right now. You're on the heel side edge over here, to the right if you're goofy, to the left if you're regular, remember that. You jump towards the board, and when your foot lands, you want the pad, this general awesome area of your foot to land right on top of the bolts, because if it lands too far into the nose, it's gonna end up popping, which might be cool, but it'll make it much harder and probably smack you in the butt. So you land right on top of the truck, boom, and your foot is at this 45-degree angle pointing the correct direction, toes towards the toe side edge. And then your other foot is already rotating to step here. Notice the awkward position. I can't even maintain this, right? That's because this is all happening so fast. So the foot is twisted, your back foot is ready planted, and then bang, it starts rotating like that. The torque and the force of it, and according to physics and Newton's laws of thermodynamics and treadmills, will cause the board to do a 360, boom, probably just sliding on the ground, depending on how far up under the nose you are, if you want to try to get it to pop. And then you're gonna step, and you're gonna boom, you're gonna land back on like a bah. Usually you just land it like bam, not exactly bolts, but the Tesseract flares. You land flares. See your way, you're going full speed, grab that. Common problem you might have is that the board is just flying off. Like, it's going off to the left or to the right, it's just away from you, right? Well, it's probably because you're not landing directly on top of the bolts. The more centered you are right here, the easier it's gonna be to pivot the board, because this is gonna be the pivoting point. I believe they call it the fulcrum in mechanical engineering. And the twist, if it's applied directly into the top of the truck, it'll make it just 360, pretty much in place, going in a straight line. But if you land off to the right, you land off to the left, you're gonna make the board do weird things and it's gonna shoot away. Earlier, I totally shinned myself. Another common problem is that maybe you're just kind of getting tripped up with your feet. You get stuck in this position like forever, like some sort of awkward flamingo. But that's because you need to step quicker. Like right when your foot touches the board, your other foot, your back foot is already crossing over, giving you that hip twist, that sexy Victoria's Secret, like, oh, I'm totally in my underwear and Wonder Bra right now, and this is a natural position. So you need to do those things really quick. So right when you land on the bolts, boom, you're already stepping onto the ground with your back foot just once, only once. Once is all you need, and then you send the board along the way. As far as a setup goes, to make this trick easier for you, it is definitely easier on a top mount. You could do it on a bigger top mount like a Bangra, or I don't know, one of those ham boards. If you really got some pivoting strength in your foot and your hip and you don't care about your ankle bones. But I like to do it on the Tesseract just because it's a nice little area here to step right on top of the truck. Doing this on a drop through is much harder, by the way. If you have a drop deck, like one that dips downwards, it's gonna be practically impossible. So make sure you're doing it on a top mount. I got the Orangatang purple Skiffs on it because they're nice and slippery, slidey. Plus they make the board ultra crazy light. And then I'm riding these bare trucks, 45 degrees. Why? Because this was set up at the office and I just grabbed it. Anyways, hope that helps. Wear a helmet because stuff happens, you know. Might be doing this trick and then a eagle thinks that you're attacking its babies, and having a helmet could really help you out. So wear a helmet, it's always a good idea. It's never a bad one. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Good luck on this. Leave a comment down below if you got any questions or any criticisms or whatever, you know. And don't forget to subscribe.